I'm proud to be part of an institution that allows us to be recognized as leaders in this area of COPD, and as a result, to be involved in this exciting moment where the very first patients are delivered this therapy in the United States, and to be able to witness their progress and response to this treatment. So this treatment works by providing an electrical stimulus to the cells lining the airways in the lung. And this winds up killing the mucus-producing cells, which are then replaced by more normal cells. Because the stimulus is electrical and not heat, there's often not an inflammatory reaction to this stimulus which kills the cells, which is really very important. Often these patients, at least in the preliminary data overseas, don't have a significant inflammatory response or any significant negative response to the treatment after it's provided.
Well, I was contacted asking me if I wanted to help in research for phantom pain and possibly even get some relief myself. And I jumped at it. I've had phantom pain since the day of the amputation. If you've never experienced phantom pain, you don't know how aggravating, gnawing it is. I mean, you lay in bed and all of a sudden you have an itch in some place where there is no limb to scratch. It started with me October 4th. That's when they implanted the catheters into my spine. But the staff here, they're just all great people. And if they made me feel comfortable from day one.
That morning started off as a normal Saturday morning.
There was probably 8 or so patients in the emergency room.
We had a variety of patients, some sick, some not very sick.
The day was pretty typical up until the phone call came in.
I received notification from the pre-hospital emergency alert service and the SWAT team that there was an active shooter scenario at the Tree of Life Synagogue.
We assembled the call-in team. Within a very short period of time, we had a total of 10 trauma surgeons and a similar number of emergency physicians that were available.
I received a page stating that there was an active shooter at the Tree of Life Synagogue. I got in my car and responded to the command post, which was on Murray and Solway. I'm very familiar with that area because I grew up in Squirrel Hill and went to that synagogue. Luckily, I was able to get my act together, and I was there with the leadership of Pittsburgh EMS, and we started coordinating our response.
I happened to live close to the hospital in Regent Square and immediately came in to support our efforts in caring for injured patients.
And it was about a block away from my house when Dr. Zuckerbraun called me, probably around 10 a.m. and told me what was going on.
Within 15 minutes, the response and the surge of people who were just available to genuinely help. At that point, I could look to my left and I could look to my right, and I said, we've got this.
I had ED nurses who didn't even bother to call in, they just came. I had 3 or 4 nurses just show up. Even people that don't necessarily work in the emergency department showed up that day just to ask if they could lend a hand.
What I'm most proud of is how we came together as a team to take care of the patients.
I am proud of our team members. They responded with professionalism, kindness. They did not make themselves the focus. We focused on taking care of the patients. They're still our priority. They're still the most important thing right now. Everybody who made it here is doing much, much better.